Hello, SCK faculty. I'm Ellen McCloskey, and I'm here to talk to you about cyberbullying prevention. What is cyberbullying? According to First Sight Guide 2020, cyberbullying is any type of harassing, threatening, demeaning language. It can also involve embarrassing another person online through mean comments, online rumors, and even sexual remarks, usually connected with appearance, intelligence, race, or sexuality. What are the different types of cyberbullying that we should be looking for within our own district? Fraser 2013 suggests that cyberbullying takes place primarily through phone, email, and social media. And the top 10 forms of cyberbullying are exclusion, harassment, outing, cyberstalking, fraping, fake profiles, dissing, trickery, trolling, and catfishing. So mostly this is rumors and gossip and social media comments, different pictures, and blackmailing that we'll see within our districts. Who's involved and who does it impact? Unfortunately, this doesn't just involve students, but even some adults have gotten into cyberbullying. And according to First Sight Guide 2020, 41% of U.S. adults who use the internet have personally experienced online harassment. Girls are more likely than boys to be both victims and perpetrators of cyberbullying. 65% of parents around the world cite cyberbullying on social media as one of their greatest worries. And reasons for cyberbullying are appearance, academic achievement, race, sexuality, financial status, religion, and other. So we can say this is a widespread issue across the entire world, and this is something that's not only impacting students and staff, but it's also impacting parents. Statistics, according to First Sight Guide 2020, 7 in 10 young people experience cyberbullying before they hit the age of 18, and then 37% of children between 12 and 17 years have experienced cyberbullying at least once. 64% of victims who receive an aggressive instant message say that they know the perpetrator from in-person situations, so these aren't just random acts, but they're true people that they know. 61% of teens who report being bullied say it was because of their appearance. 95% of teens in the U.S. are online, and the vast majority access the internet on their mobile device, making it the most common medium for cyberbullying. More teen suicides are now attributed in some way to cyberbullying than ever before, and 68% of U.S. respondents confirm they're sharing less personal information online than ever. Legislation and case law. This is particularly important because it just goes to show how far cyberbullying can be stretched when it's brought up to the Supreme Court, and there's true legislation and case law that's built out of cyberbullying. So as of January 2015, 49 states have enacted bullying prevention laws. And so really, the federal law has decided that schools are really the ones that need to be dealing with this problem. And a lot of these cases go back to Tinker versus Des Moines Independent Community School District, 1969. And it goes with these two key factors of the case that warrant consideration. The behavior in Tinker occurred on campus, and the behavior was passive and non-threatening. So this has become the default standard that schools apply when evaluating their ability to discipline students for their misbehavior. And that's mostly true when it comes to off-campus behaviors as well. In its ruling, the court made it clear that schools do have the authority to discipline students when speech articulated or behavior committed off-campus results in a clear disruption of the school environment. The school district was able to strongly demonstrate disruption and a negative impact on the target of the incident, because it's not always clear how much involvement the schools should be having when these instances of cyberbullying are occurring off campus. Then there was JS versus Bethlehem Area School District. So here we have another example of the behavior strongly impeding the learning environment. And then there's Kowalski versus Berkeley County Schools, where the student was caught creating a derogatory website and then was suspended and later sued the school because she felt like she lost her freedom of speech. And the court determined that they sided with the school because they felt like it was connected to the school environment and it was severely disrupting what was going on within the school environment. And then there's Emmett versus Kent School District number 415 of 2000. And so the Western District of Washington reviewed a case where a student was initially expelled, and he had created a web page that included mock obituaries of students and an online mechanism for visitors to vote on who should die next. And so the major issue in this case was that the school district failed to demonstrate that the website was intended to threaten anyone, did actually threaten anyone, or manifested any violent tendencies whatsoever. And so simply disciplining the student who did the bullying is not enough. You have to make sure that you go back and actually stop. You have to make sure that the behavior stops and that the person targeted is safe. There's been a lot more recent case law looking at what school districts did in order to prevent the cyberbullying that was in place. Prevention strategies. We want to make sure the first argument is always limiting cell phone use within the schools. But in this case, according to the U.S. Department of Education 2019, schools that did not allow their students to use cell phones had a reportedly higher rate of daily or weekly cyberbullying. So they were at 16.4%. Then did other schools that allowed cell phone use during the day at 9.7%. Cyberbullying prevention curriculum was implemented in a school district in Seattle, and it included all of these different ideas and reasons behind why cyberbullying shouldn't exist within the school, and teaching students about good digital citizenship. And so that has really improved their overall cyberbullying issue within their district. There's also 10 different tips for preventing cyberbullying. Report to school, collect evidence, report the site, app, or game, talk to a trusted adult, demonstrate care, work together, tell them to stop, don't encourage it, stay safe, and don't give up. And then there's also the suggestions of there should be specific definitions of harassment, intimidation, and bullying within policies. There should be graduated consequences and remedial actions for cyberbullying. There should be procedures for reporting, procedures for investigating, language for off-campus speech or behavior, and procedures for preventing cyberbullying in the future. And these are the references that I used throughout the presentation. Thanks.